news that's coming in. Nupur Sharma, suspended BJP spokesperson, has knocked the Supreme Court's doors over the Prophet Muhammad Remark controversy. Nupur Sharma has filed a plea in the Supreme Court urging that all cases filed against her be clubbed and that she be able to, in fact, produce herself before these particular authorities over these cases in Delhi. She's asked for all the cases to be transferred to Delhi, for all of it to be clubbed, citing the fact that her life is under threat right now. Nupur Sharma now approaching the Supreme Court over this particular issue. Over the last few weeks, she's been issued summons by, in fact, different states and the police force, asking her to appear before them. And Nupur, in every case, has written back saying that she's facing a threat to her life and so cannot appear before the police force. That's why she's approached the Supreme Court, citing the death threats that have been issued against her, to say, club all cases, transfer it to Delhi so I can appear before the authorities. So this is the big breaking news that's coming in right now. Nupur Sharma filing a plea before the Supreme Court to club all cases against her. The suspended BJP spokesperson has been under fire over her comments on Prophet Muhammad. She faces multiple cases spread across the country. And in response to summons that have been issued repeatedly against her, Nupur has now sought that the Supreme Court direct all authorities to club their cases and to move this investigation completely to Delhi so she can appear before the agencies. She cited the death threats that have been issued against her. Nalini Sharma is joining us with more details on this. Nalini, can you give us more details on exactly what Nupur has said in her petition?
Yes, Akshay, this petition has been filed by Nupur Sharma, and what she is asking for is that all of the FIRs that are pending against her across different states should be transferred to Delhi, because what she is stating is that there is a threat to her life because she's been receiving threats, constant threats from unsocial elements, and it is not possible for her to travel to all of these states for the investigation, to be a part of the investigation, because there is a threat to her life and something untoward might happen. That is essentially why she has moved the Supreme Court, asking for all of the FIRs to be transferred to Delhi and for the investigation to be conducted in Delhi. She's also said that despite the fact that she's withdrawn her comments publicly, she continues to face these death threats, and that is precisely why she's seeking the Supreme Court's intervention in this matter.
So what she's asking for is the transfer of all FIRs to Delhi. Has she, in fact, made a mention also specifically, Nalini, about the death threats that she's been receiving? Because this is something that Nupur has been referring to in the last few weeks. Every time she's been issued a summon, she's written back to the state police saying she cannot appear before them.
Yes, Akshara, she has, although she is not named anyone, but she specifically made a mention of this in her petition, saying that she has been receiving death threats for several weeks now, and that is precisely what has compelled her to move Supreme Court. And she's also gone ahead and said that it is because of these threats that she's been receiving that it's not possible for her to travel to these states, because there might be some action that might be taken against her, or her life may be under threat in these states. That is precisely why she's asking the Supreme Court to intervene and transfer all of these these FIRs to Delhi, so that the Delhi police can conduct an investigation and Nupur Sharma can also be a part of this investigation. She's also gone ahead and said, like I told you, that she's publicly withdrawn her comments, but despite that, some unsocial elements, most of them anonymous, through social media, continue to send her these death threats. So there is no way of really knowing that who might be behind these death threats and against whom orders should be issued, which is why she's instead asked for a transfer of these FIRs to Delhi.